nature in all its glory can sometimes become a force of destruction. This reality has been brutally underlined by recent events in Nebraska and Iowa. A sudden and unexpected fury was unleashed. Tornadoes, whirling columns of air notorious for their intensity and destructive capability, descended upon the unsuspecting landscapes. The sky darkened, the wind howled, and within moments, life as we knew it in Nebraska and Iowa changed drastically. The tornadoes didn't discriminate. They ripped through suburban areas and farmlands alike, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. Homes, businesses, structures that once stood firm and proud were reduced to rubble within the blink of an eye. The scale of the destruction was staggering, a stark reminder of the raw power that nature holds. The destruction was not just physical, it was emotional too. Imagine the heartache of seeing your home, your sanctuary, being demolished, your hard work and memories scattered with the wind. The damage went beyond bricks and mortar. It left scars on the hearts of those affected, the visuals of their life turned upside down, forever etched in their minds. Yet, amid the chaos, there was a glimmer of hope. The affected areas had received warnings, and people had taken shelter. This swift action undoubtedly saved countless lives, preventing the tragedy from escalating further. But the threat wasn't over. The National Weather Service issued tornado watches for several states, with the potential for more tornadoes, large hail, and strong wind gusts. As we sift through the aftermath, we are reminded of the dual nature of our planet. It is capable of breathtaking beauty and unimaginable destruction. In the face of such a calamity, the resilience and strength of the human spirit are tested to their limits. As the tornadoes tore through Nebraska and Iowa, they left a trail of devastation in their wake. The twisters were no respecters of structures, reducing homes to rubble and businesses to debris. Suburban areas and farmlands alike were transformed into landscapes of loss as the tornadoes indiscriminately tore through everything in their path. Injuries were reported across the affected states, a grim testament to the raw power of these natural phenomena. Amid the chaos, the storm also wreaked havoc on the transportation sector. Omaha's Epley Airfield, a bustling hub of air travel, was disrupted, adding another layer of complexity to the ongoing crisis. Train services were not spared either, with derailments reported, a stark symbol of how the storm disrupted the rhythm of daily life. The storm's fury was not limited to the physical realm. It also dealt a psychological blow to the residents. Imagine waking up to the sight of your neighborhood, your community, your life reduced to a pile of debris. The places where memories were made, where lives were lived, now standing as ghostly reminders of what once was. The storm didn't just damage properties, it ripped through the fabric of communities. It tore apart the sense of safety and normalcy that residents once took for granted. It turned familiar streets into alien landscapes, filled with the wreckage of homes and lives. However, amid the destruction, there were also stories of survival and resilience. Despite the severity of the damage, there were no reported fatalities, a testament to the effectiveness of the warning systems in place and the quick actions of the residents. In the aftermath of such a disaster, the sight of what once was can be a heartbreaking reminder of the storm's wrath. Yet it also serves as a stark reminder of the power of nature and the need for preparedness and respect for these formidable forces. In the face of adversity, communities come together, and these catastrophic events have been no exception. When disaster strikes, it's the response that defines us. And in the case of the Nebraska and Iowa tornadoes, the immediate reaction from local and state authorities was swift and decisive. As the fury of the storm subsided, the first responders were already on the ground, surveying the damage and providing much-needed relief to the affected communities. The governor of Iowa, recognizing the magnitude of the disaster, didn't hesitate to issue a disaster proclamation. This crucial step cleared the way for federal assistance, providing vital resources to aid in recovery efforts. It's a testament to the readiness and resilience of our governance systems, acting promptly in the face of devastation. As the extent of the damage became apparent, the mobilization of resources was quickly underway. From the state level right down to the local communities, everyone pitched in. The National Weather Service, with their timely tornado watches, played a key role in minimizing the loss of life. Their warnings allowed people to seek shelter, thus saving countless lives from the destructive power of the tornadoes. But the real heroes of the hour were the emergency response teams. These brave men and women worked tirelessly, often in perilous conditions, to ensure the safety of their fellow citizens. They were the first on the scene, providing immediate aid and laying the groundwork for the recovery process. The response didn't stop at the state borders. Aid poured in from across the country, a testament to the spirit of unity and solidarity that binds us all. From neighboring states sending resources and manpower, to individuals offering whatever help they could, it was a collective effort aimed at restoring normalcy in the face of chaos. As the dust settles and the debris is cleared, the daunting task of rebuilding begins. But with the combined efforts of the community, state, and nation, we have every reason to believe that these towns will rise again, stronger and more resilient than before. While recovery efforts are underway, the threat is not over. This isn't the end of the storm, but rather the eye of it. The National Weather Service has issued tornado watches for several states, from Nebraska to Texas. The potential for more tornadoes remains high, with large hail and strong wind gusts adding to the looming threat. In a world where we can predict the weather, sometimes nature still catches us off guard. These tornadoes are a stark reminder of that. They're not just a whirlwind of destruction, but a testament to the unpredictability and power of nature. It's a grim reminder that despite our advancements, we're still at the mercy of the elements. We're not just talking about a light drizzle here. These are severe weather conditions, the kind that can topple buildings and uproot trees, the kind that can turn a peaceful suburb into a disaster zone in a matter of minutes, the kind that keeps emergency services on their toes and sends shivers down the spine of anyone in its path. But it's not just the physical damage that's concerning. It's the emotional toll it takes on the people affected. The fear of the unknown, the uncertainty of what's to come. It's the sleepless nights spent worrying about the safety of loved ones. It's the anxiety of not knowing when the next tornado will strike or where. Even as cleanup efforts are in full swing, the threat of more severe weather looms large, with millions of people at risk. The situation remains tense. It's a race against time, a battle against nature. It's a fight for survival. And yet, amidst the chaos and destruction, there's a sense of unity. A shared struggle that brings out the best in people. Neighbors helping neighbors, strangers becoming friends. It's a testament to the resilience and spirit of the human race. But for now, the storm isn't over. The skies remain dark, the winds continue to howl, and the threat of more tornadoes is ever present. As the storm clouds gather, millions of people remain at risk, their eyes fixed on the horizon. The tornadoes have left a scar on the landscape of Nebraska and Iowa, and the effects will be felt for a long time. Like a bad dream that won't fade away, the aftermath of the tornadoes continues to be a harsh reality for the people of Nebraska and Iowa. Yet, in the midst of the wreckage, the human spirit remains undeterred, steadfast in its resolve to rebuild and recover. The tornado's wrath was indiscriminate, leaving homes, structures, and farmland in ruins. The destruction was widespread, yet the affected communities, though shaken, are not shattered. They are banding together, dusting off the debris, and beginning the arduous task of cleanup. Emergency response teams are working tirelessly, their efforts augmented by state resources mobilized to assist in the recovery process. The governor of Iowa has issued a disaster proclamation, a testament to the severity of the situation. Yet, even as the cleanup efforts press on, challenges loom large. The devastation has disrupted daily life, with travel affected and even train services derailed. The storm also caused disruptions at Omaha's Eppley airfield, adding further complications to an already complex situation. The threat of more severe weather adds another layer of worry. The National Weather Service continues to issue warnings, with the potential for more tornadoes, large hail, and strong wind gusts. Yet the people stand undaunted, their resilience shining through the storm clouds. In the end, the aftermath of these devastating tornadoes is a story of resilience and resolve. It's a story of communities coming together, a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Yes, the tornadoes have left a scar on the landscape of Nebraska and Iowa, but they have also left a mark on the hearts of the people, a mark of strength, unity, and hope. In the face of such destruction, the resilience of the human spirit shines through, giving hope for a brighter tomorrow.